got to be honest, I feel a bit of a spare wheel here. It's like a... But David Case is with us to talk a little bit more in depth about bedbugs. Thanks, David.
No worries.
So you were saying, like, because we came off air and we carried on this chat, and you were saying, you know, this rise has been exponential last...
Yeah. I mean, I first started working on bedbugs in 2003 was the first case I came across. I formed a website in 2005 to educate the public. I went full-time working on nothing but bedbugs in 2006.
Yeah.
By 2007, 2008, when I first started talking to the media, I said, look, this problem is going to get out of control. Unless we educate the public, we encourage people to look, to talk about it, to look for the signs of it. A couple of simple little things. We spend, on average, 180 hours a month sleeping in our beds.
Mine's a little bit more, if I'm honest with you.
Quite probably. Most people, it is a little bit more.
Yeah.
Why don't we spend 30 minutes once a month cleaning our beds and checking for bedbugs?
So true.
So when you say cleaning our beds, what... Because most people obviously will wash their sheets, so what do you mean by cleaning your beds?
So, once a month, lift all of the sheets off your bed, take the vacuum cleaner, go round the outside of the mattress, flip the mattress over, do the underside of the mattress. Lift the mattress off, go through the frame of the bed itself, and as you're doing so, live samples, car skins, faecal traces.
So you're literally hoovering your bed?
Yeah,
I've
literally
never done
hoovering
that.
it. Yeah, no one does.
No one has ever told me to do that. That's amazing.
Well, it's your most used item of furniture.
You're so right. You're so right. I think the thing is, people don't like to talk about this. If they've got an infestation, they're not going to share it, are they?
No. We're still stuck in the we're British, we don't talk about these problems, stiff upper lip, and that's actually one of the biggest reasons why it spreads. Because without raising this awareness, people are inadvertently leaving the house, taking bed bugs, depositing them for other people to pick up and bring home.
So have you had more bookings, like, since this scare from Paris?
Not so much the Paris situation, because we're a specialist company, so we're always a little bit busy. But what we've noticed is that when we started asking for public education in 2007, the problem has been slowly increasing. Now, it carried on growing up at an almost exponential rate until 2020, and then it plateaued and stopped.
Right.
And because we weren't leaving the house, we weren't getting exposed to bed bugs, and the problem stopped. And it actually appeared to be going down for the first time in 18 years, and then all of a sudden we're now moving again, and the problem's kicked back in and absolutely jumped up.
So they're saying we've got a problem with people coming from France. We've already got the problem, haven't we?
Yeah, we've already got the problem in the UK. A couple of years ago, you might remember the problem in Manhattan and New York.
Oh, yeah.
And same thing there. As a pest subject, we love to blame it on other people. So at this stage, we say, oh, it's all the French.
Yeah.
It's all the Americans. It's all the other people, because we don't want to take personal responsibility.
And a strange question for a man to ask another man on a bed, but when you get home, should you just take all your clothes off?
Depends where you've been. If you've been somewhere that you think you've been exposed to bed bugs, then, yeah, take your clothes off, because you don't want to expose your house. There used to be a very interesting phrase that went around up until about the 60s and 70s, and they used to say, never put an outside coat on the bed. And this was entirely because of bed bugs, because you might be travelling around in a horse and carriage.
Makes sense, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
It makes sense. So would you suggest that people don't sit on trains or don't sit on the tube? Yes.
I mean, I would suggest that people take a little bit more care and look before they sit down. I personally, whenever I travel on the tube, I go for the end of the carriage, those lean-on seats. They're really easy to check. I have a quick look and I sit down.
And did you check this bed before you sat down on it?
I'm having to trust that you guys did that.
Don't you worry about that, David.
We're all over it.
Thanks so much for joining us.
No one sleeps in this, so there's unlikely to be bed bugs.
Well, up until now, there's only got one thing to say to you,
you.
David. Bundle!